Hi Virgo, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are actually focusing on love and what's coming up for you in love, okay? Because who doesn't love some love, okay? But no, we are doing just a quick reading today for that weekly. I will sort of see what pops out for us. I just want to let everyone know before we start that if you do leave a comment on one of my videos, you will go in the draw for that free personal reading. We are just a small channel, so every single like and subscribe really does mean the world to me. So make sure you subscribe and keep updated with that. We'll be drawing that when we hit 100 subscribers, okay? But today I am using the Paper Oracle Lenormand deck. I do also have that beautiful heart-shaped deck, the Lover's Oracle there. But we're sort of starting today with a couple of cards from the Island Time Wellness Oracle. I do also have my own personal clarity deck there as well, but we'll get to that at the end. Firstly, we'll get straight on into it for you today, Virgo. Hope everyone's doing really well. Virgo, what's coming up in love for Virgo, please? What's coming up for Virgo in love? Okay, so we do have the coffee cup card coming out. Got it. As much as I love love, I do love me a coffee as well. So that's meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, and friendship. Okay, so it does sort of let us know that not only is it important to spend time with friends and rely on your close friends, have that moment where you go and catch up with friends and have a coffee and talk to them. It is a little bit about communication as well. So making sure we are sort of communicating our true desires with the people that we care about, okay? It can also talk about a new energy headed your way, that coffee date kind of a vibe where you're just sort of meeting someone for the first time, going out for coffees and chatting, those kinds of things as well. But we'll see what else comes out when we get to the Lenormand. The other card I do have here for you is the Sword and Rose. So that's clarity, truth, revelations, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. So straight away, I do want to kind of say, that the sword imagery is attached to Archangel Michael, and it is a very strong image of protection. That self-protection. If you can picture yourself brandishing a big sword around, that might be you. But it really does talk about protection from mistruth. So it does bring quite a lot of truth in with the sword energy. It cuts away all the all the crap, basically. It does really help cut away all that and get to the truth of the matter for you there, Virgo. So it does feel as though you are having some interesting truths coming out, some personal revelations, as we just saw in the last weekend's shadow work video. We did talk quite a bit about how that full moon last weekend was going to be the moon of personal revelations and looking at that internal stuff. So there may have been some things popping up for you and sort of just seeing how that's coming into your life this week, Virgo. So quite interesting energy there. It definitely is giving that vibe that there may be some new energy around you at the moment, Virgo, with love, but we'll see what comes out with the Lenormand. Virgo, what's coming up in love for Virgo, please? Okay, some lovely energy here. I will show you on the bottom of the deck, I do have the letter. So once again, where we saw that coffee cup communication being important, the letter is a communication card. So definitely important for you at the moment, Virgo, to be sort of conversing with your support network and communicating is sort of highlighted for you at the moment. So maybe focusing on some positive communication with the people that you're spending your time with. Okay, but first and foremost, we do have that tree energy. Okay, so we are definitely seeing that we were talking about those personal revelations, that self-growth, feels like you're doing the work and taking care of yourself in the process, Virgo. So that's wonderful to see. We do next have the Tower. Okay, so that really does sort of show me that you are doing a fair bit of personal self work. You're showing a lot of growth from who you were in the past. The foundations that you've put down when it comes to matters of the heart, you're really sort of working through those and getting to the root of any issues you may have faced, and trying to branch out and grow into a Virgo 2.0 version of yourself there. And we are seeing that with the Tower, you may have been you or may be needing to take a little bit of time to yourself to really focus on yourself, okay? Because the tree is all about self-care. And then, you can kind of imagine, Rapunzel up in her tower all by herself, taking the time to, work through things. So it does sort of, sometimes it can have a little bit of that hermit energy where you do need to sort of set firm boundaries and just work on those foundational things within yourself to help sort of grow your idea of love and what you really want when it comes to love. But whatever work you have been doing, it really is setting you up for the long term, Virgo. We do have the lily here. So the lily really does talk about, being emotionally intimate. I feel with yourself at this point, Virgo, we are sort of taking that time to ourselves and being quite emotionally intimate with yourself. And these are long term changes that you are making when it comes to your self growth and your betterment. So that's absolutely positive for you, Virgo. The more that you can do those things and change those things that you don't necessarily, you may have acted a certain way in the past and wanting to grow and act a more mature way. This kind of shows us that you are sort of making long-term changes, and those things are sort of going to be aiding you long term. Okay, so whatever self growth you've been working on, whatever personal revelations you've had there, it's really something that's going to inspire you long term and have a really longevity linked up with all that growth. So that's fantastic. Then we actually have some interesting energy coming in. I do have the snake and then the masculine have come through. Okay, and so I feel as though that's actually talking about quite a lot of physical desire at this time. There may be somebody coming in around you in your energy. You may or may not have met this person already, but having quite a lot of passion for that person and desire, ambition towards that person. Okay, so I am really just getting that temptation kind of a vibe, and that person is probably going to be somebody more on the masculine side of things rather than the feminine, emotional person. They're going to be much more stoic and not really talking about their emotions all too much. It's going to be a more physical connection from the vibe of that there. The snake really does talk about that passion and desire, that physical connection. All right, and then with the masculine, it kind of sits aside from emotions. It's very sort of stoic in its own energy there. Of course, we don't really genderize with the masculine and feminine energy. You could be the masculine yourself, even if you're a female. Okay, so I don't like to necessarily genderize those, but it really can talk about somebody who is a bit of a temptation to you at this time, and you have quite a lot of desire and passion towards that person, and it's that physical connection. Really wanting to slide into their DMs, I want to say. So there you go. We did see that communication coming through for you there, and then with that, the snake imagery of the sliding into somebody's DMs there. I don't know. Sometimes I just have to say what comes to me, even if it's a bit left of center. But that's actually followed by the key and the stars. Okay, so that's kind of just showing us that, whatever this is that's starting in that physical realm, it could actually bring a lot more success along with it. We do have that long-term card on the table as well. So you may be meeting someone and it may just sort of be like a bit of a casual thing at the moment. It may be starting off very physical, but it is giving you the opportunity to open up to what it is that you truly wish for. The stars talk about wishes and dreams and the hopes that you may have when it comes to love, and those being fulfilled. Okay, and the key, it really does sort of unlock the doors. It's success all wrapped up in one card, that is success and then wish fulfillment. So we're definitely seeing that, this energy that's here, they definitely could actually, be opening you up to something you didn't even realize you desired when it comes to, matters of the heart and love. They may actually be that wish come true for you, and you just sort of, I feel like you may not realize it straight away because it's that physical attraction that takes you at first, that's what you notice at first, is that physical desire, that connection with this person. And then it'll slowly sort of unlock this new, it really feels like it's just going to unlock this part of you that you didn't even know existed. And you're going to realize that, wow, that's exactly what I've been wishing for this whole time. It really feels like a wish that you don't even know you have. Okay, so that's quite interesting, Virgo. You'll have to let me know in the comments if if you have sort of started involving yourself in that physical desire connection as of yet. But like from what I'm seeing, you've been doing a lot of work on yourself, and so to move into this sort of energy where you are being true to yourself and just following that true, physical desire, and following your own ambitions, it's leading you totally into success. So definitely some positive energy coming through for you there, Virgo. I'll grab you some of the Lovers Oracle. Sorry. For some reason, I keep going to call them tarot, but they're not tarot at all. Okay, so Virgo, what's coming up? Oh, they are really wanting to just fly out today, Virgo. So I'm just going to ask the question before I take any. What's coming up in love for Virgo, please? What's coming up in love for Virgo? What's coming up in love for Virgo? These ones can be quite fun to shuffle with that heart shape, but they are gorgeous cards, aren't they? Okay, so we do have trust coming through. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Okay, so I feel like that's just sort of letting us know, not only with your, the branching out that you're doing within your own self-growth, trust that process, take the time that's needed to do that, and you will find that these elements of yourself that you are trying to transform, they will. Okay, we do see that there's a long-term, a longevity with that growth. Okay, so just trust in the process at this time, and like as well with that, that passion that's coming through there, that potential physical connection. Once you just accept the current situation, accept your feelings towards that, it may just be only a physical thing, but it may actually, develop into something quite different. Okay, or it could actually, when I do see the key, sometimes that's showing us that energy is actually going to unlock other options as well, other doors for us. So that physical connection that you find yourself in, it may just be a physical connection at this time, but it will actually, I just feel like it's going to unlock something within you, Virgo, that's going to make you really understand what it is that you do truly wish for with love. So, that is a really super positive energy. It does feel as though that physical connection is for part of your self-growth, but trusting that process as well. So, accepting that situation for what it is when it is, and giving it the opportunity to transform on its own. Okay, not sort of forcing anything. I feel like it's just letting us know, just go with the flow at the moment, Virgo. You're doing really well with everything. You are seeming to be on a really lovely path, just naturally at the moment. So just trusting the process. And then we do have that second card there. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Okay, so I do feel as though that's sort of talking about that key and stars energy, where it's you don't even know what it is that you truly, this secret wish that you may have, that you may not have even consciously become aware of. When you actually start just going with the flow and following your heart, that answer is going to pop on out for you one way or another. All right, so we'll get some extra clarity for you, Virgo. This is just my personal deck with time frames, initials, star signs. So we'll see what wants to come out for you. Virgo, what's coming up in love for Virgo, please? Okay, quite interesting. I do firstly have the 2 years card, but I feel like this is like, it's been a bit of a process for you, Virgo. I feel like the last 2 years are the things that you're dealing with, with that self growth, that Tower card, taking that time to yourself, dealing with things that have happened in the past. I feel like we may have had some things happening in the last 2 years that, that we are still sort of healing from, and really working through our own personal issues with those. I do have the letter E. Okay, so there may be an important E or quite a lot of E's in somebody's name, but I do find a lot of the time when I'm getting just a solo letter and it's a bit of an odd one, that not that many names start with the letter E, but if there is a specific word that comes to your mind when you see the letter E, like for example elephant. Okay, so if you in the next few days see a whole ton of elephant imagery, you hear the word a few times here and there, and it kind of sticks in your mind, or whatever word comes to your mind with the letter E, of course, it's just sort of a confirmation to you that there was something for you in this reading. Okay, so I do like to sometimes give a bit of extra confirmation, that so you sort of are aware that there is something for you in the reading. Okay, but I am seeing a few days coming through. So we may have something important happening in the next few days, Virgo. Okay, so I do feel the next few days that there may be a few things just pop up. You may be meeting this person. You may be going out for those, that coffee in the next few days. Okay, so if someone asks you out for coffee in the next couple of days, I would be saying, go to it, have that coffee and see what happens. I do also have here Aries and Capricorn. Okay, so you or some energies around you may have important Capricorn or Aries placements. Okay, quite interesting. But if we had had Leo, we would have had me popping on out. I'm a Capricorn with an Aries moon, so I do love it when I see those two energies together. It does remind me of myself, obviously. But no, that's what I've got for you today, Virgo. But let me know in the comments how that resonated for you, and let me know when you meet that person, and what's going on with all that. Okay, guys, I love a good gossip. But like I said at the start, I just love love. So bring it on. But thank you all so much for your time today, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon.